In this video, I'm going to explain the difference between distributing and accumulating ETFs, so by the end you'll know exactly which one you should be choosing in your investment portfolio. Alright, quick foundation check, what even is an ETF? So an ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. Think of it like this: instead of buying shares in just one company like you would do with individual stocks, with an ETF, you're buying a slice of hundreds or maybe even thousands of companies all at once. Now, when you're looking at ETFs, you may come across or see AC or DIST next to the fund name, and these are basically the different options that you're going to have when it comes to how you want your dividends paid out to you from your investment. DIST stands for distributing, and the fund pays income directly to you as cash, and AC stands for accumulating, where the fund reinvests everything for you automatically. Let's now break down what each one actually does. Okay, starting off with distributing ETFs, these are what I would like to call the cash flow option of the two, and here's basically how they work. When companies in your ETF pay you dividends, this money gets passed directly to your account. This will then come to your account as cash, usually quarterly, sometimes monthly, or sometimes even annually. Now, who benefits from this? Well, basically anybody that wants the freedom to do whatever they want with their dividends. For example, if you're retired, living off your investments, and you want some regular, predictable income, or maybe you're not retired, but you want some passive income to either cover bills or reinvest elsewhere. Either way, distributing ETFs are going to give you that little bit of extra control. Now, when it comes to accumulating ETFs, you're never actually going to see the dividends or the interest, because essentially the fund is going to automatically reinvest everything back into itself, and your share price grows steadily because that income is being used to buy more of the underlying investments. Now, why does this matter? Well, if you're investing and you don't want to have to think about it, you don't have to remember to reinvest with this, because it all just simply happens for you. There'll also be no temptation to withdraw your money at any time, and you may even avoid transaction costs depending on your broker. If you're a long-term investor and you want that 100% hands-off approach and with your investing, accumulating ETFs are designed for exactly that goal. What I've done is put an example on screen of everyone's favorite index, the S&P 500, and we had the Vanguard funds that track it. As you can see, on the left you have the distributing fund marked by the DIS at the end, and on the right you have the accumulating fund marked by the AC at the end of that one. So just breaking down the key differences here, when it comes to cash flow, distributing pays you, accumulating reinvests automatically. With reinvestment, distributing you have to reinvest your money manually, and you might pay fees each time. With accumulating, the fund handles it all for free. And in terms of what they're best for, distributing is for income, accumulating is for growth. The kind of giveaway is in the name, I guess. Neither is actually wrong. They're different tools for different jobs. The key here is matching the tool to your actual goal. Now, let's quickly talk taxes, because this is where some people may get confused. Now, the good news is that if you're investing inside a UK stocks and shares ISA, tax doesn't matter at all. Distributing or accumulating, it makes zero tax difference. You don't pay tax on dividends, you don't pay tax on the capital gains. This is all protected within your stocks and shares ISA. However, if you are doing things outside of an ISA, this is where things get a little bit more complex. When it comes to distributing ETFs, you may be liable to tax on your dividends if you exceed your yearly dividend allowance. And with accumulating ETFs, it's actually the same. Even though you never see the cash, you still may owe tax on that income that was reinvested for you. So knowing all of this, which one should you choose? And there honestly isn't a right answer, but I would ask yourself this: what am I actually trying to accomplish? And for me, I would choose accumulating if you want that long-term growth, you don't need the income right now, and you want automation and simplicity. And choose the distributing option maybe if you need that regular cash flow, maybe you're retired or semi-retired, or maybe you just want that extra control of how your income is used, whether you want to reinvest it somewhere else or just do whatever you want with it. Remember, inside an ISA, tax is irrelevant, so just pick based on your goals. Outside of an ISA, just be mindful of the tax admin that you might have to do and those reinvestment costs. Other than that, I hope this video has helped. Like if it did, and I'll see you next time.